Imagine a walkie-talkie, a simple device designed to receive and transmit messages. It operates on basic principles, converting sound into radio waves and vice versa. It doesn't understand the content, the nuances, the emotions woven into the words. It simply relays what it receives without interpretation or judgment. It merely acts as a conduit, a relay in the intricate network of communication. The walkie-talkie is a tool, a medium through which information flows. Now, imagine the human being as a walkie-talkie. A fascinating, if unsettling, analogy emerges. Just as the walkie-talkie transmits and receives signals, so too do humans process and convey information. Could we, with all our complex thoughts and emotions, be nothing more than sophisticated receivers and transmitters of information? Our brains, like the walkie-talkie, might be seen as intricate devices processing signals from the world around us. This intriguing concept challenges our very understanding of self and existence. It suggests that our thoughts, feelings and actions might be influenced by external signals, much like a walkie-talkie responds to radio waves. It calls into question our perceived autonomy, urging us to examine the forces that shape our thoughts, beliefs and actions. Are we truly independent agents crafting our destinies with free will, or are we, as the analogy suggests, intricately programmed entities responding to signals beyond our conscious awareness? This perspective invites us to consider the extent to which our environment and experiences shape who we are. The analogy of humans as walkie-talkies raises profound questions about the nature of consciousness and free will. Are we merely puppets controlled by unseen forces, or do we possess the ability to shape our own destinies? This essay delves into the philosophical implications of perceiving humans as walkie-talkies. It explores the idea that our thoughts and actions might be influenced by external factors, much like a walkie-talkie responds to radio signals. It's a journey into the heart of consciousness, a quest to unravel the mysteries of our existence. By examining the analogy of humans as walkie-talkies, we can gain new insights into the nature of our minds and the forces that shape our lives. Buckle up, for the answers, like the universe itself, are full of wonder, complexity, and perhaps a touch of cosmic irony. As we explore this analogy, we may find that the line between human and machine is not as clear-cut as we once thought. Think about a computer program. It's a marvel of human ingenuity, a set of instructions meticulously crafted to perform specific tasks. Each line of code is a building block, a piece of a larger puzzle that, when assembled, brings the machine to life. Lines of code, meticulously written, dictate its every function. These instructions are precise, unambiguous, and designed to achieve a particular outcome. The program doesn't question its purpose, it simply executes the commands it has been given. It responds to inputs, processes information, and generates outputs, all within the confines of its programming. The computer doesn't have the capacity to deviate from its code. It operates within a predefined framework, a digital ecosystem where every action is a reaction to a given input. Now, consider the possibility that we too operate on a similar principle. From the moment we are born, we are exposed to a myriad of influences that shape our perceptions, beliefs, and behaviors. These influences act as the code that programs our minds. Our early experiences, cultural norms, societal expectations, these become the lines of code that shape our internal programming. The family we are born into, the culture we are immersed in, the societal norms we are taught to follow. All these elements contribute to the intricate code that defines who we are. We receive these inputs from our environment, process them through the filters of our upbringing, and generate outputs in the form of our thoughts, beliefs, and actions. Just like a computer processes data, we process our experiences and generate responses based on our internal programming. This isn't to say that we lack individuality or the capacity for independent thought. On the contrary, our unique experiences and personal choices add layers of complexity to our programming, making each of us distinct. But it does raise the question, How much of who we are is a product of our inherent selves versus the external forces that have molded us? Are our deepest convictions truly our own, or are they echoes of the world around us, reverberating through the corridors of our minds? It's a humbling thought to consider that our deepest convictions, our most cherished values, might be, in part, echoes of the world around us. The beliefs we hold dear, the values we strive to uphold, may not be as original as we think. They could be reflections of the societal norms and cultural values that have been ingrained in us since birth. Perhaps the first step toward true self-discovery is to acknowledge the profound influence of our programming. By recognizing the external factors that have shaped us, we can begin to unravel the layers of our programming and discover our true selves. Only then can we start to rewrite our own code to become the architects of our own destiny. From the moment we are born, we are immersed in a sea of information. This information is not just random data, it is a carefully woven tapestry of cultural norms, societal expectations, and historical contexts that have been passed down through generations. Language, customs, beliefs, and values wash over us, shaping our perception of the world. These elements are the building blocks of our identity, influencing how we see ourselves and how we interact with others. We learn to speak, think, and behave in ways that are deemed acceptable by our social groups. This learning process starts at home, extends to our schools, and continues into our workplaces and social circles. This process of socialization is essential for our survival and integration into society. It helps us navigate the complexities of human relationships and societal structures, ensuring that we can function effectively within our communities. But it also raises a crucial question. To what extent do these external influences define who we are? Are we merely products of our environment, or do we have the agency to shape our own identities? Consider the clothes we wear, the music we listen to, the careers we pursue. These choices, while seemingly personal, are often influenced by the cultural and societal norms that surround us. These choices, often perceived as expressions of our individuality, are often influenced by societal norms and expectations. The fashion industry, for example, dictates trends that many of us follow, sometimes subconsciously. We are guided by trends, swayed by advertising, and pressured by peer groups. The media plays a significant role in shaping our preferences and desires, often dictating what is considered cool or acceptable. Our tastes, preferences, even our aspirations are not formed in a vacuum. They are influenced by the cultural narratives we are exposed to, the stories we hear, and the images we see. They are, to a significant degree, products of the cultural milieu in which we exist. Our environment provides a framework within which we develop our sense of self and our place in the world. Recognizing this influence is not about negating our individuality, but rather about understanding the invisible forces that shape our identities. By becoming aware of these influences, we can make more conscious choices about who we want to be and how we want to live our lives. Numbers, symbols, codes, these are the building blocks of our reality. From the binary language of computers to the complex equations that govern the universe, we exist in a world defined by patterns and structures. The same holds true for our own lives. Our experiences, relationships, and even our emotions can be seen as intricate patterns of information. Take language, for instance. Words are nothing but symbols, arbitrary sounds imbued with meaning through collective agreement. Yet these symbols have the power to evoke emotions, ignite passions, and spark revolutions. They shape our understanding of the world, influence our thoughts, and mediate our interactions with others. Similarly, numbers hold immense sway over our lives. We measure our days, quantify our worth, and track our progress through a complex system of numerical values. From birth certificates to bank accounts, numbers define our existence in countless ways. Recognizing the pervasive influence of these symbols and codes is essential to understanding the nature of our programmed reality.